Hello again, and welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Royal Report. I am your Royal 2IC, and yes, look at this. Camera is shaking, it's a little dark, and you're seeing me as a funny angle with my background gone. Well, it's an impromptu video. I didn't even know if I was going to make a video today. I want to try and stay on schedule, so I did get some notes throughout the day. Just had a busy day, a lot going on. Just a whole bunch of different things. Nothing to be concerned about. Next couple of days look a lot more free, so we should be able to do something. So I apologize ahead of time. This will probably be a pretty short video, but I wanted to get something out there for you guys. So just a couple of quick things. Is the first is a British oil ship is burning off the coast of Yemen after the Houthis target it with a missile. So it looks like those attacks are not calming down. They're still going strong. That says a lot, really. So, yeah, you had some countries pull out, but I mean, how many U.S. warships are over there? And nothing's slowing down. So it says a lot about the I don't want to say really the integrity, but it says a lot about the world. You know, their confidence in the U.S. military that they can be over there, but if the ships are still getting hit, then can they really be safe? Can they really be guarded? You know, it's a valid question. Now, to give the military credit, okay, they have stopped a lot. They've hit a lot of missiles. They've done a lot of interceptions of drones and different things like that. So, I mean, they are out there. They're not just sitting out there twiddling their thumbs. They're doing stuff. So, I mean, hats off to them. I get it. And the ocean's a big place, okay? I fully get it. There's a lot of ships out there. When you're a handful of military vessels, it doesn't matter how mighty you are. When you have hundreds of ships, you know, it's like a sheepdog and a herd of sheep. You can only do so much. So, moving on. Russia. Russia demands a urgent UN Security Council meeting. Now, if you haven't seen this one, they're now making claims that a missile was, or missile or missiles, I think it's missiles. Um, they're claiming that the British or the Americans are behind a massive bombing in Belgorod. Okay. Now, in the video the other day, we talked about supposedly Russian missiles falling over in Poland, I believe. My notes are still right here. Yes, looks like Poland. Yeah. So now it looks like we're flipping the cards around, and you know, this is doing this, this is doing this. So there's a lot of people on both sides that are starting to really point fingers. This is starting to really ramp up because, again, like in yesterday, if it turns out that it is true in Article 5 and NATO gets involved, but then again, if you know Russia can prove that it wasn't Ukrainians, that actually British or American soldiers fired missiles into Russia. I mean, that right there is an act of war, and there you go. And that's what I keep saying about all of this. Everybody looks at it, and the newness has weared off, and you just brush it off to the side. It's already had 15 minutes of fame, and so people just lose interest in it. But any given day, one little act can tumble and spill everything out. I mean, all the dominoes are set up at this point. We're just waiting for that one event to tap the first one over. When will it be? I don't know. What it looks like is that pendulum swinging awfully close to it, and it looks pretty close. Now, pretty close, is that tomorrow? I don't know. I don't think it's going to be tomorrow, but it could be while you're watching this. Okay, it could be early next year. I don't know, but I mean, I know some of you hate it. It's a wait and see game, but we'll see. Speaking of NATO, NATO announces that it is sending 1,000 additional troops to Kosovo. Why are they doing that? Well, because of the tensions between Serbia and Kosovo. That is heating up. You know, it's another one of those ones that when you say, hey, do you know what's going on with Serbia and Kosovo? And people are like, what? There's a lot of stuff happening all over the world. You know, people just see what the news headlines give them in mainstream media and they move on. Nothing else is going on. You know, CNN, NBC, if I didn't hear from them, then it's not happening. There is tons of wars going on right now. Different conflicts, wars, all sorts of stuff. That's why I try and get some of these things that's not on the mainstream so I can keep you guys informed. Next, I had some people kind of reach out to me and they wanted to know what my thought and opinion is of the new leader of Argentina. So, Mr. I guess his name's Millie. I'm torn. I know there's a ton of people that like him. He come in, he's got a strong talk and all this other stuff. But I try and look a little beyond that, and I'm seeing some red flags. So when he comes in and he lays off a bunch of government employees, I think it's like 5,000 or 5,000 plus. Cool, I'm all for that. Okay, I'll take a step in your direction. I'm behind you on that one. Well, then he goes on and he goes, well, I'm going to reform the economy. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, Argentina's economy could use a reform. Let's see what you got. The only thing is, though, is when he announces the way that he wants to do it, their largest union is currently organizing one of the most massive strikes Argentina's ever seen. So the people are not happy with that. Now, I don't know. Could the Argentinian, I don't know how to say it, could the unions be very corrupt and they want to put a stop to it? Yeah, that's possible. Or is it the people know what it's like and see the writing on the wall that could make things 10 times worse and they're trying to put a stop to it? Yeah. There's a lot into that. I don't want to really get into the politics of the Argentinian, whatever it is, of their economy and the way things work over there. They're trying to privatize a lot of things and do some different things. Um, I've got different opinions on that, but I don't know enough quite about it to speak as intelligently as I'd like to. So I'll hold my tongue off on that part. Um, he did, however, withdraw from BRICS. Now, there's a lot of the country people that didn't want to do that. They wanted to join BRICS. I mean, I'm in the step in the right direction to back them going, yeah, you probably shouldn't join BRICS. Now, granted, BRICS might be a very good thing for Argentina. You know, the reason why I don't want them in BRICS is for a selfish reason. Uh, because I don't think that them getting the American dollar is going to do them any benefits whatsoever. Um, Now, the one thing that's really been throwing up a red flag is when he's been going out into public. If you think the current guy in the White House has a ton of Secret Service and different things surrounding him, you need to go look at this guy. This guy has probably 5 times the amount of different people whenever he goes out in the public. Why does he have to do that? If he's so loved by all of his people, why does he have to have such a huge security team? Something doesn't make sense there. It throws up a lot of red flags on that. Again, it's going to be one of them sit and wait things. I know this is not going to be a very popular opinion, but I'm really starting to get, and I could be wrong. Okay, this is an opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm starting to get the puppet vibes. Like maybe he was installed. We'll see if I'm right. Okay. Uh, One of the big things that I wanted to do is moving over here into the homeland. There's two things. Both of them are all over social media. One shows the huge, massive caravan that is currently coming up through Mexico. The videos and pictures and everything coming out of there, it's massive. It's the biggest thing I've ever seen come up that way. The one that's more concerning is there was a video posted over on X last night. I was trying to find a link to it to where I could share it. Uh, it's hard to share things off of X and not get dinged for it, so I opted out of it. I was trying to find somebody that I could, that they took it and did something, and then I could take it from there. But anyway, if you want to go see it, it's very easy to go look it up. But the video depicts these commercial trucks, everything from like small, medium-sized box trucks, all the way up to semis pulling trailers, just blowing through the gates of the U.S.-Mexico border. I mean, sirens are going off, and I mean, just dozens and dozens of them, just boom, boom, boom. I mean, just rolling through. And it makes me very nervous because we talked about this. We're getting really, really close. I mean, we're what, New Year's Eve? So it makes me nervous on all that. The timing of that happening is concerning to me. Could it be nothing? I don't know. That is definitely not nothing. Um, but we'll see. Now, granted, that was not the Texas. That was the U.S.-Mexico border in Arizona. Okay, so that's another data point. But I'll keep an eye on it. We'll revisit this. I have a lot more free time tomorrow to be able to really deep dive into a lot of this stuff. But there you go. Now you're out of my studio while I sit here on my couch. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's all I've got for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I promise you guys, as often as I can, I will put out a daily video, and I wanted to keep that promise. It means a lot to me to be able to keep my word to you guys, because you guys give me your valuable time and listen to me yammer and value my opinion. So I want to value your time and make sure I thank you for it. Humbly thank you for it. So, all right, guys, stay tuned. More information to come. And remember, above everything else, remain united, because we're all prepping in this together.